Hi everyone, so my name's Claire, not Crystal, and everything I do here is for twin flames, your divine feminine, your divine masculine, your inner energy, and within a connection, and yeah, and everything I do is channeling as well, right? So everyone around here knows that, if you're not new, but if you're new, welcome, that's what I do. So I've been guided to, like I said, I want to do like a wee theme around something to do with like health and well-being, right? So I've got a few decks, the ones I used the other day, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just film that in a separate video just now, and then I'll get into all the twin flame shenanigans, because basically, although like this is for twin flames now, I'll try and not make this bit too long. By the way, see how I'm like, I'll try and not make this bit too long, like, because I normally don't bother about that, right? Whatever I've got to say, as long as it takes, like, even if it seems like the housekeeping bit, but it feels like um, that's how you are going to approach someone to have a conversation about something, or how someone is going to come towards you. It's kind of like, I'm just going to cut to the chase. So there's something about that. But yeah, basically the reason why is because this, like, and I can already feel it. So what I was going to say is, I'm that psychic, I can sense. Well, it's either just two things, but it's going to have meaning for the collective, even if that does happen. What I'm trying to say is, I can sense something trying to get a hold of me. 144. I can sense like a, and I'm not surprised at all. It's because I got my bloods taken a few days ago, and when you get, I don't know if you know this, but for anyone who doesn't know this health stuff, when you get your blood taken, it does significantly lower your immune system. So you've really got to be careful. And as we're in the very, very last degree of Mars, the body, as well as other things in Virgo, that is big, big health stuff. So I'm not I'm not going to overextend myself with these messages, but I do feel that I need to go out. So anyway, blah blah blah. So Mars is about to move in to Libra, love, peace and harmony, but it's also Mars and Libra, it's really at its detriment, and it's kind of like, you got to watch for, if you have that natally, you'd be prone to making everyone else happy, and then, but when you're making everyone else happy, actually this goes for Libra, anything, that can build up resentment, because, you're people pleasing, and therefore there can be a lot of self-sacrifice involved. So, like I would say, the most kindest signs I've always recognised, and it doesn't mean that other people aren't kind, because these are none of my big three. And for fuck's sake, if you can't recognise how much I do for other people, you're fucking blind. But yeah, it's I would say it's Libra, Pisces, and Cancer energies. But you see, the thing is, when you're being that kind to everyone else all the time, it's a lovely thing, but you can actually be quite an asshole yourself. And even if you haven't got, your big sun, moon, or rising there, you could have other planets there that are really significant, or even houses. Because, like, for me specifically, it's the houses for me where I know these energies are, and it completely, I can see where I do that, where either I overextend my energy, or where people can really manipulate me, again, because you're being too nice. So again, there's something about that there. So the first card before I picked them up, you'll have seen, was oh look, don't aim for perfection. That is totally Mars and Virgo right now. It was asked for support, so there must be a theme about asking for support, right? So we're starting with these cards. So, like, I'm just going to do it like I done it last year. And I remember I was saying I'd done a series last year, and I couldn't remember what it was. I knew it was about health. I called it Self Love September. So might just roll with that again. So we're only a few days away from September, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest, because I don't usually put in the title, because it seems like there's more important things to put in the title whenever whatever comes up. So anyway, this is going to be for your inner divine feminine energy and your inner divine masculine energy. Bear in mind, this could completely make sense for you and your twin, but you're not always aware where your twin is at, unless you're energetically tapping in. But some of you have that access to know how they're literally doing. So, and then we'll get into all the drama that I'm feeling at the Twin Flame Collective, because it is certainly, what is quite interesting is, what I'm noticing is, the last one I channeled, which was an extremely heavy energy, which is why I said it felt like I was either channeling it in a Scorpio moon, which is dark and pain, or and also getting to the the root things, the bottom of things like detective work. That's like definitely what I'm all about. Or Capricorn moon, because Capricorn moon can be rather heavy and serious, and something's got to be done with this kind of thing. And that is now what I'm noticing. Like again, I got quite late, and I was like, but I'm just noticing on my timeline, I'm noticing a theme of people picking up on the exact same themes that I did a few days ago. But like, so again, I'm always really cryptic about that, but I'm just saying that if you, particularly if you resonated with the things that were in that one the other day that were quite heavy, and in fact, look, that card's just sitting there. Family, yeah, it was like definitely release family. I mean, fucking hell. What does that say in the back? Have a good cry. Grief is the doorway to your deepest self. So I mean, that can mean lots of different things. We'll get into that, but they were just sitting there. But yeah, it's like that could be like release. Certain family generational like like I always say, like I'm a generational curse breaker around here for myself and others. Like I'm always pushing the barriers of not continuing on a negative pattern, like helping other people do that too. And it's kind of like and like even that, I mean, that totally goes as well for helping my own family recognize their like where they're self-sabotaging, or where they're just anyway, blah 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 blah, you get what I'm saying. But then they just pulled me this. I'm not even using these. Oh fuck, they're all going to fall. That means something. They're all going to fall. Someone's worried everyone's going to fall down. Embrace the in-between. Someone's in the in-between place of recognising something and what comes next, whatever that means. But yeah, have a good cry. I feel there is lots of grief coming up around family stuff, whatever that means, right? So again, see what I mean? It's coming into it already, but it's just, it seems there's just a real heaviness in the collective around that, right? Okay, so what have we got for the inner divine feminine energy? Oh yeah, that's what I started saying. So yeah, I can just feel, because my immune system's a bit lower, I can feel something's trying to get a hold of me. Whether it be like, cold or a sore throat or something. So if I'm a bit quieter this week, that'll be why, I mean, I've been guided, but I can just, I can already sort of sense it. So, but also, see, because we're coming up for that full moon in Pisces, yeah, like, that's soaking up everyone's crap, which I do all the time anyway. It's what I do, whether it's like my dad said the other day when he was giving me a lift, he was like, well, you stop doing that. I was like, I can't, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's literally, that's the type of shaman I am. I transmute people's pain within myself, and it just happens. It's crazy. Right, so like I say, part of it is recognising, like I'm feeling, I can feel I'm going to need to slow down this week. So anyway, what have we got for the inner feminine? Create your own calm. Kind of in line with what I'm saying. Experiment with essential oils, right? I'm not bothered reading all of it, but I think that's in line with what I'm saying. Like if you're sensing that your energy is a bit lower, or maybe your health, then look out for yourself. Let's put that back and see what comes out for the masculine. Bloom and grow just caught my eye. Relax in the bath, relax, refresh, restore. So there's also, I mean, these, that's why I'm using them. These are they're about the mind, they have got that kind of feeling to them. But relax in the bath. A long soak in the warm bath can be the perfect way to switch off and unwind, doing wonders for your mind, body and soul. Try adding your favourite bath oil. Use your favourite bath. But yeah, so something about relax. There's something about relaxing here. Let's see what is the Archangel Raphael message to go with it. Yeah, so just in case that does happen, I mean, I'll type it if I usually do. But like I said, if I just disappear, I just can't be bothered at all. But if my throat, if it happens to go, if my, if I get a cold that affects my throat or something, I very much feel it's going to be about the the twin flames that are trying to find their voice too, because I don't get sore throats. I used to get them all the time when I was younger, when I was hiding who I was and everything. And but now when I tend to get in like that, it would be connected to, like, say, having a cold for like well, it's if I get a cold for a week, that's like that. Remember that did happen when I fought hay fever a few months ago. I just had a full blown, really, really bad cold for a whole week, and then it fucked off, and I've not had hay fever symptoms at all. But I also felt like a massive purge, and that's what this kind of feels like. It feels like there's again. I hope they're just channeling a message to me, and I don't actually get ill. But sometimes, like I'm saying, it's hard to describe. But even when I do get ill, it is a message for others. It's like, but I can feel what I can say is I can feel something going for my chest and my throat. So, and that is the throat chakra and the heart chakra. So I feel there's definite heart chakra stuff going on, and throat chakra very much feels like for masculines and feminines feeling it, right? So for the feminine, we have inner authority. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for supporting me as I take back my power and listen to my intuition, desires and feelings. And again, I feel that's about protecting your energy at this time. And yeah, look, call upon Archangel Raphael for help. Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask for your healing with this. Well, I'm going to say I ask for your healing with whatever is trying to get at me. Thank you for your divine healing intervention. And for the masculine, we have expect a miracle. Is this the one where someone's in a bed? Is it? Look, it is, yeah. Look, someone's not well. In a bed in a hospital. Dear God and Archangel Raphael, thank you for your miraculous intervention, healing energy which has restored the health of, and you could say yourself, or you could say your twin, or you could say whoever it is you are noticing isn't well. And what's another one for the masculine? Easy does it. Yeah, so there's some quite again, when we mentioned the heart chakra and the throat chakra, which, like I said, the weirdness of what I do, that might just be happening to me to get me to draw attention to it, and then it fucks off. I hope so, but I don't really know until the day goes on, kind of thing. But but I do know with Mars in the last degree Virgo, it makes sense that I'm having health stuff just with where stuff is in my chart. But anyone, so again, just pay attention to where you need to slow down. Because Mars and Libra will show you where you're out of balance if you don't, kind of thing. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me detach, retreat, and let go so that healing can occur. Yeah, so again, I see how this is like, look, and it's interesting it's men too, because you remember divine masculine, it can be females as well, as we know around, especially around here. But I'm just noticing this man angel, which looks like comfort in, I mean, obviously baby could be female or male, but I'm seeing it's like a man angel comfort in. It's like somebody healing their inner child. And this detach, retreat, and let go so that healing can occur. I feel it's like masculines are really being strongly guided. You're being really strongly guided to pull away from other energies that might be preventing that proper healing from occurring. It feels like kind of codependency kind of stuff. And again, and this is what I think people are really going to be tested by Mars and Libra, because that is where, oh, could you just do this? Could you just do that? Because Mars is action, could you just do this? Could you just do that? And the person with Mars and Libra will be like, okay, okay, okay. And then eventually, that resentment's going to build up. So like I said, that goes for all of us, but especially if you have placements like that. What's a food message? Just a general one. We'll not do one for both because I can't be arsed. Respect your body. I don't think what does the back say? That fits. Respecting your body helps you feel good about who you are as a whole person. Reflect on your traits, characteristics, abilities, values you possess that have nothing to do with your appearance. Now list some of the unique aspects of yourself that are particularly meaningful to you. 37 may be significant, and that is about following your North Node. If you know that, you hear me say all the time, or if you're new, because that's one of the ages that happened. So the only age, so wait a minute, respect your body. Yeah, there is a total theme here about respecting your body. And again, I do, because look, that was the masculines. Relax, refresh, restore. Yeah, so whatever that means to everyone. Right, so now I'm going to end this one and do whatever comes up. wait a minute, I wasn't going to use these cards, but because I mentioned codependency, this has got a card that says codependency. I'll try and get in the shot so you can, again, just trust I'm not fucking planting anything in that, do you know what I mean? I pride myself on doing things on camera so you can see that, but it's just sometimes I'm out of the shot because this is a big deck. But, right, let's just pull, what do we need to know about whatever I've said? I mean, if that codependency card comes out, that's going to be a bit nuts, but these are all about romance, so finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So remember, it kind of came out reverse, but I'm just going to take it wherever it means. It's like, it could be, yeah, that like people are calling on you for money and you're too nice to say no. Be ready to receive what fate has planned for you. And it kind of, you know what, I'm kind of getting the feeling that it's like if you basically don't take the Mars and Libra lesson, which we're not in yet, guys, it moves in today, like literally, probably, in fact, I'd say definitely by the time you're watching this. So, you know, we're not, like, you know, you've got the time to you know, to learn the lesson while it's in Mars and Libra, and then next up is Mars and Scorpio, baby. That's my one. And it's sexy. Not that, actually, Mars and, not that Mars in Libra isn't sexy, because that actually would be kind of, well, it could be, have a tendency to just kind of like, Libra's, you know, likes to look good and kind of can't decide which one it wants kind of thing. So when we're, because again, I said it like Mars, I said, I said it like that because Mars is your sex sign. So Mars and Scorpio is really, you know, it is the most sexual one. Which is why, again, it's like, okay, well, hopefully, I don't know what your perception of me is, but I know that I am somebody that heals very much from, well, I use my own sexual energy, you know, it's from the sacral, you know, to heal. And not in a weird way. It's like, but basically, well, it depends. If I'm talking about tantra and shit like that with someone in a personal session, then yeah, all that stuff comes up. But most of the time, it's just about helping you balance your receptive energy. You know, like if you're giving to others all the time in that masculine energy, then you're not being receptive to what fate has planned for you. But you know what I mean? So it's like, for instance, that's, I don't know how we've got into all of this, and I've not got time for it, but whatever. I've got the time for it, literally, but I don't want to overextend myself. But so again, oh my God, see what they're doing. I totally get it. It's part of the message. I don't want to overextend myself, especially when I've recognised it wouldn't be good for me. Yeah, so I'll just cut this short, but you see, it's part of the, that's so funny, it's part of the message. It's like, you will not receive what it is, that you'll not receive God's plan if you don't slow down and stop doing so much for other people. And also when you're giving, well, actually, that's, wait a minute, now I'm going to contradict myself. If you give with an open heart and an integrity, opportunities and money even does come around to you in a different way, but you do have to be of integrity, and it, you know, there can't be any kind of sneakiness behind it, is what I'm kind of feeling. But the other thing is, if some, like, say someone's like, oh, can I buy your lunch today, or can I buy you a coffee, and you're like, oh, no, I'll do it, like, you know, again, like wanting to always be the good guy or always be the good girl or whatever, then that's people pleasing, you know what I mean? Like, let people treat you if they want to. But there's two messages here. If you are the person that's always being called upon and always I don't know, like settling the bill or doing things for others, or, you know, and finding that you're never receiving back, you're clearly too in your masculine, and well, actually others could be taking advantage of you as well. And then there's other people that, because there is something about it as well, you know, that when you give from a, like, so say for instance, like I always go on about, I haven't for a while, but you know, tithing. I'm a huge believer in tithing. Like, even if you haven't got a lot, what does this say? Trust. Yeah, well, then that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I mean, the bottom, you can't even see the bottom word. Oh, no, you can. You need to have trust in order for it to flourish. But what I'm getting from this, because I was talking about tithing, is, you know, can you trust that even when you give what you've got, that if you, particularly if you're giving it to someone that you're like, yeah, you know, that really helped, and I know this is going to help that person, it's going to help me. Basically what I'm saying is it comes back around. But what I think is the biggest test of that is a lot of people don't trust it. Like, well, I haven't got to give, so I can't give it. But if you're literally always in that state of mind, then you will always have a problem with finances, because you're just always in that lack. Like, I've got to hold on to what I've got. Do you know what I mean? But then can I just also say to you, like, that is true, but I'm not a fan of all this kind of modern, like, there's been so many books about all this shit written in that, and it's not, on the twin flame journey, it doesn't quite fit for all twin flames, because, and again, I am an expert at this, because with my shamanic work, I help people with things to do with like vows of poverty and all this kind of shit all the time, and generational healing, which is why probably that family card was being shown. It'll be for different reasons for different people, but that, yeah, basically what I'm saying is sometimes it can be like black magic and spell work, or it could just be, like I said, from a shamanic perspective, it could be, well, that can be a shamanic perspective too. Like I said, I clear psychic attack and dark stuff from people. But when I'm saying the shamanic perspective in that way, it could be that there's a bit of a generational curse going on. Like, say if nobody's ever made a lot of money in your family, that is a generational curse. I mean, it's nobody's fault as such. It's just you're here to break that and be the generational curse breaker, and yeah, so there's it's all very interesting. You see, and then you can receive what you've worked hard for. Shit, yeah, there's something in that. And then it's weird that that card's still in the background of what came out in the last one, the Chariot, because that one says something about being in the spotlight. Which you don't need to be in the spotlight to receive a lot of money, but I do feel that message comes through. Success that comes from dedication, self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight, yeah. But if you're coming from a family where that's like maybe kind of frowned upon for you to be, well, it's not frowned upon, just kind of like nobody's ever done it, it can be quite difficult to break that. Anyway, fuck, I have no idea what that's all about, but I'll trust that'll be helpful to someone. Right, this is what is funny about doing this, right? So I'm going to end this video, and then now I'm going to do the twin flame one, because I'm very eager to see what's going to come through. So you can watch both, because they'll probably tie in, or I'll just see you whenever. Please like, comment, subscribe, bye.